Alright, now I'm going to show you how to make a crazy 8. It's actually just 2 softballs taped together, and I call it the crazy 8 for obvious reasons. It just looks like a big 8, like a snowman. And this was a brainchild I had just because I was kind of frustrated with the pipe, with the PVC pipe, that whenever I was smashing from my upper back into my lower back, that little transition from the thoracic to the lumbar spine would kind of stick out and like hit the pipe, and it never really felt comfortable. And so I wanted something that my spine could fit in the groove. And in the process, I discovered something that really works well, not just on the center of the low back, but on the side of it, that you can really smash up the side, the back of the oblique and the QL, and all the way up into the lats. So we're going to make ourselves a crazy 8. So we're going to go forward, make a crazy 8. It's very similar to making the peanut, which is the double lacrosse ball, so check out that video as well. It's a little different just because of the maneuverability of the softball. You can't fit both in one hand. So there are a few extra techniques I use. I lay the tape over and I actually push it down between them a little bit. Go across, flip it over, push it down. And really it's completing this first one, and that's why it's good to have a work surface where you can lay it down on. And now we're started off pretty well. Now again, just like the peanut, I'm gonna go with a strip that's on the inside of the one ball, but instead of going directly across and then across, I'm actually gonna go up into a diagonal immediately. Because the thing with the softballs is that because they're so big, you're going to lose that gap a lot easier. Because the tape's going to be held away from the gap. So I'm just doing some figure 8s is really what I'm doing here. And I'm actually just going to cut it off here. You don't want to do it all in one strip. So I just basically started out here. I wrapped it up around, down around, and basically made an 8. And that gives just a nice little starting support system. It's obviously still a little loose, which is totally okay. Now I'm going to start from the other side, on the inside of the crease, on the crease, whatever. I'm going to wrap up and around. Try and avoid it bunching up on you. So it's much better to do multiple pieces than to do one piece where it's all bunched up and folded. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut that one off, and now really just to finish it off, I'm just gonna go around. Now I'm actually gonna go around. So whereas before with the lacrosse ball, I kind of started with the around, this one I ended up with the around. Now you can do the same thing with the lacrosse balls, and you can do this last piece. Instead of doing this in the beginning, the around piece, you can do it in the later stages. So you can kind of find your own groove, but that's just the easiest way to get people started making them. All right. And that forms the foundation. It's not really going to be going anywhere. It's still moving around a little. So I'm going to finish this up for you and show you how to really kind of make it a little bit more secure, especially with putting the full weight of the back on it. We're going to want to lock it down a little more than the lacrosse balls. Supersize Z8. Hope that kind of helps you get an idea of how to tape them together. It's a real simple idea. I can't claim that it's anything super brilliant, but it's really effective, really useful, and I'm starting to like different size balls taped together as opposed to continuous pipes. Give it a try. Smash on.